Next comes the experience section. This crucial part of your profile is where you showcase your professional journey, highlighting your work history, achievements, and the impact you have made throughout your career. Unlike a traditional resume, this section offers an opportunity to bring your personal brand to life and tell your unique professional story in a compelling way. Yes, there's a lot more. We use the experience section, something very similar to how we use our resume, but let me tell you that this is much more than that. So, what is the experience section? You have fields like company information. So, it is where you share details about the companies you have worked for, including their names and your tenure with the organization. Roles and responsibilities. This section allows you to list the various positions you have held throughout your career, giving insight into your professional growth and expertise. Rather than simply listing tasks, the experience section is your chance to tell a story that showcases your unique contributions and achievements in each role. It does not matter if you are a student or if you are an employee or you are a business owner. This is equally applicable for all of you. So, if you are a student, instead of company, it would be the college or the university you attended. What additional roles and responsibilities you took apart from only being a student. You have a great storytelling opportunity on what value additions did you do, what projects you were a part of, and so on. And you can also build your brand accordingly. So this section helps you convey your professional journey in a captivating way, reinforcing your personal brand and demonstrating the value you bring to the potential employers or clients. This starts from linking roles to company profiles. First things first, we find the official LinkedIn page for the company you worked for. Then you go to your profiles experience section and click to edit the relevant role. And in the editing interface, search for and select the correct company profile to link to your role. Ensure the company logo appears next to your role before saving your changes. Let us find it out. This is where the experience section is. So let's say if I were to add a new position, I click on add a position. So let's say I was a senior associate. Employment time was full time. Company name was Price Water House. So that's a Hong Kong company. No, it was not. Let us simply write PwC and PwC India. The location was Kolkata, West Bengal. The location type was on-site, and I'm not currently working in this role. I worked from start date and the year, month and the year, the end month and the end year, and then the description. So coming back to this, have official company logo next to each of your roles immediately boosts your profile credibility and polish. It shows attention to the detail and completeness in your professional presentation. Company logos add visual interest to your profile, making it more engaging. So you need to make sure that the company you are selecting has a company logo here. So yeah, that's about the company logo. Role descriptions. Next is the description. That's somewhere here. What should you add here? It's all about you. Okay, it's not just the role that you played, but much more than that. Starting from your focus on personal impact. Avoid writing about the company you worked for. Instead, highlight your personal achievements and contributions in each role that you had. You emphasize the problems you solved and the value you delivered to the organizations throughout your work. So, if you have worked for a year in an organization, you must have delivered some value. You must have done something. You must have solved some problems which might not come into your mind immediately, and you can surely take the help of ChatGPT to brainstorm that and come to a conclusion and figure out, okay, these were the problems that I solved. Use your role descriptions to showcase your most significant accomplishments and the positive impact you made, and quantify results wherever possible. Include specific numbers and matrices to demonstrate the tangible result of your efforts. Now, giving numbers, adding numbers adds to the credibility of to whatever you are saying. So here we come to using ChatGPT for role descriptions. Open ChatGPT, navigate to the ChatGPT interface or your preferred AI writing assistant. Ask ChatGPT to write a LinkedIn role description for a dash dash job that highlights achievements. Analyze the AI generated description, focusing on how it showcases impact and concrete numbers. Adapt the generated content to fit your specific experience and achievements. Now, so what do you do here? Let's say we come back to ChatGPT. I open a new tab and I write here, I am writing the description section within the experience section where I on in LinkedIn. Description has to be about my role with PwC as a senior associate. I work. Now you can take some brief from the job description or the KRA that you had received from the company. No, that's the best place to start. I don't have the KRA right in front of me, so I'll leave it, but I'll simply explain. So I was responsible for the QA of the tasks done across the floor and review for any fill up the checklist, review the work, send back with errors if any, and so on. Now that was a general description of the role that I had. Led a team of 5 to 8. So if you were in a leadership position, you can mention you led a team of 5 to execute social media campaigns that resulted in a 30% increase in engagement over 6 months. So you can also like say here that you led a team of 5 to do the QA efficiently. Now that resulted in an improvement of, let's say, 30% in the quality of work submissions, and received more than 10 client testimonials, and so something like this. So you craft your prompt, review and refine and customize. So leadership strategy optimization, if you were a part of some strategy building, you quantify result, notice how these statements use specific numbers to demonstrate the impact of the work performed, and the descriptions use strong verbs like led and optimized to convey proactive involvement and initiative. Okay, so let's come back to this and hit enter. So as a senior associate at PwC, I was responsible for overseeing the QA process across various projects, ensuring the tasks met high standards of accuracy and compliance. My role involved completing detailed checklists, reviewing team submissions, and providing feedback to correct any errors. I led a team of 5 associates, successfully enhancing the efficiency of the QA process, which resulted in a 30% improvement in the quality of work submissions. Additionally, our efforts garnered more than 10 client testimonials, recognizing our commitment to deliver exceptional results. So this is a good description. So I can simply copy this, come back here and paste it. Now, in terms of the skills, I think, and the media. So in skills, you can add the skills that relate with your work, and if the skills are also somewhere connect with the keywords that you chose at the beginning, that would be the best thing. You get my point? So if your skills are also closely connected with the keywords that you chose, So that's the best place to be in. But if your keywords are different and your skill sets are different, that's absolutely fine. But make sure that you add, we recommend adding your top 5 used in this role. They'll also appear in your skills section. So you add all of these. Media like images, documents, sites, add any documents that support whatever you say. So if you are saying that you got this result for this client, if you can add a screenshot showing that result, that was the best thing to do. So once you have done all of this, so what are the things that you can have on your role descriptions? Top achievements, major projects, problem solving, and the business impact. So you can give all of these inputs to. So if I were to revise my ChatGPT prompt, I would say, okay, and I would write here the top achievements, major problem solving, and business impact, and fill this up with your specific details. And you can also give a bit of background, like the description has to be about my role. Okay, I will add this here. And once you're given it a context, you can mention your top achievements, major projects, problem solving, and business impact, and then ask ChatGPT to create the description for you. Okay, now this is important. Highlighting cost savings in role descriptions. For example, redesigned internal communication workflows resulting in a 15% reduction in project timelines and saving the company $50,000 annually. Always include specific numbers or percentages to demonstrate the scale of your cost saving initiatives. Connect actions to results. Clearly link your action. What exactly did you do for that tangible outcome to come? So cost savings, that is another point. What did you do to reduce the cost, and by what percentage or what amount did the cost reduce? So that's this. Choosing a format, bullet point style, clean and scannable, example bullet points, and best for. So do you see this? Managed a team of 5 scale associates. Increased regional sales by 40% within 12 months. Developed a training program that reduced onboarding time by 20%. This style works well for roles with multiple distinct achievements or for professionals who prefer a more structured, list-like presentation of their experience. So something like this in their resume. One is a bullet point style. You can also choose to have a paragraph style. No matter what style you choose, you can simply instruct, keep the style of the description to be in bullet points, let's say. I would prefer bullet points because that's short, crisp, and easier for the reader to understand. Paragraph style. The paragraph style allows for a more narrative approach, providing context and connecting achievements in a flowing manner. So, for example, as a regional sales manager, I managed a team of 5 associates. By implementing new sales techniques and coaching, we increased regional sales by 40% over the year. I also developed a comprehensive training program, reducing. But I think that this one is more, this is better in terms of the reader perspective. Easier for them to read, easier for them to connect and to understand. Or you can choose a combination. So you start with a short paragraph that sets the context for your role and responsibilities. Follow the paragraph with bullet points to highlight specific wins and measurable accomplishments. And so what we can now do is, I will come back and say, start with a short paragraph that sets the context for my roles and responsibilities, and follow the paragraph with bullet points to highlight specific wins and measurable accomplishments. Okay, now that's how you get the best of both worlds. Adding a volunteer experience. Look, we'll talk about this in a while. Let's first finish it off. So yeah, you have mentioned your top achievements, you have mentioned your major projects, problem solving, business impact, and cost savings, and then you give it this finally, and what you get at the end of the day is something that you can use in your description of the experience section. You are going to get a polished, the best description that you could have thought of. Adding volunteering experience. What's this? Let's find it out. I jump back to my LinkedIn profile. This card. Add a profile section. Now, do I have an option to add volunteering? Let's find out. Add volunteer experience. That's this. Now, if you have worked for a social organization, a not-for-profit, that's a good addition to whatever you are doing. So for example, Red Cross. So you locate the section. We located the section. We find the volunteer experience. Scroll down to locate the volunteer experience options in the drop-down menu. Fill in the organization name, your roles, date of involvement, and a description of your volunteer work. Save your entry and ensure it's visible. Again, it could be done in exactly the same way how we did it for the experience section. The description. So you write all of this, and the description can be rewritten in the exact same way how we wrote it for our professional work. Just that the items or the information would change for sure. What are the benefits of including volunteer experience? Okay, it's a character indicator. Volunteering shows initiative and a desire to contribute beyond just work, which is a great indicator of a character. Skill development. Volunteer roles often allows you to develop new skills or apply existing ones in different contexts. Networking opportunities, for sure. Volunteering work can lead to valuable connections and expand your professional network. Well-rounded profile, including volunteer experience, helps create a more well-rounded professional profile showcasing your interests and values. So types of volunteering experience that you can include. You might be wondering, no, I haven't worked for Red Cross or I haven't done anything specific, but just think about it. Mentoring. If you have mentored others in your field or participated in formal mentoring programs, this can demonstrate leadership and a commitment to developing others. Non-profit consulting. Providing professional services to non-profit organizations showcases your expertise and commitment to social causes. Serving on boards for non-profits or community organizations can highlight your leadership and strategic planning skills. A regular involvement in community service projects shows dedication and can often relate to valuable soft skills. So here we conclude the volunteer section and the experience section. So the few key takeaways that we have had until now is you focus on your journey. The experience section is about communicating your unique professional journey and the value you bring to potential employers or clients. You highlight achievements, you emphasize your accomplishments and the impact you have made in each role rather than simply listing job duties. You use proper formatting, you choose a format, bullet points, paragraphs, or a combination of both. So I would prefer a combination of both. The best, something that showcases your experience and is easy to read. So you do not have to make it very lengthy, but something that's to the point and tells what people want to hear. Don't forget to link roles to your company profiles and include volunteering roles wherever appropriate. And now I have a homework assignment for you. Review your current job descriptions. Take a close look at your existing role descriptions on LinkedIn. Identify the achievements. For each role, list 2 to 3 key achievements that demonstrate your impact. Reframe the descriptions. Rewrite your role descriptions to focus on those achievements rather than tasks. Use AI assistance. Well, if you are stuck, ask ChatGPT for help in phrasing your achievements effectively. And that's exactly what we did. Now, once you're done with this, do not forget to share whatever you did in our community, that is on Facebook or in the Q&A section or the assignment section of the course. So I'll be reviewing all of those and we will give you a feedback on how you did. So I'll wait for your responses, your submissions. Now, some tips to conclude for using ChatGPT in profile writing. Be specific. Provide ChatGPT with specific details, the context about your role and industry for more accurate suggestions. Always review and customize AI generated content to ensure it accurately reflects your experience and voice. Do not be lazy and simply copy and paste whatever ChatGPT provides you. Try multiple prompts. Experiment with different prompts to get a variety of suggestions for your role descriptions. Fact check and verify any statistics or specific claims in AI generated content before adding them to your profile. Be sure to do this. Some of the common mistakes that you should be avoiding in the experience section: overemphasis on job duties. Avoid simply listing your day-to-day tasks. Instead, focus on your unique contributions and achievements. Don't use vague statements. Provide concrete examples, and wherever possible, quantify your achievements with numbers and percentages. Maintain a consistent format throughout your experience section, whether you choose bullet points, paragraphs, or a combination. Regularly review and update your experience section, especially when you take on new responsibilities on achieving significant milestones in your current role. Do that. Next, we are going to learn about articles and activity. We'll learn how to use articles and activity section to establish yourself as a thought leader in your industry. We'll discover strategies for creating and sharing content that resonates with your professional network, and we'll understand how your activity on LinkedIn contributes to your overall personal brand and professional image. Yeah, see you there. Until then, have a great and a wonderful day. Bye-bye.